Hi, welcome back to the strategy room. Me again, Ketlie. So we're gonna do this again. Who's right and who's wrong? But before I get into that, how's your day going? Is it as beautiful as it is here today in the Bahamas? It is absolutely gorgeous. You know, we have summer year round, right? So and it's the month of February. So I know there's some snowing somewhere, some part of the world. But if you want a little summer year round, you know where to come, right? Beautiful here. But anyway, let's get into it. Who's right and who's wrong? Okay, so I walked into like a medium size business. It was a hardware store, and I went to get one little item. I think it was some light bulbs, I think. I'm not sure. But anyway, what happened, you know, had me flabbergasted. I'm telling you, and I'm sure you will too once I tell you. Okay, so I walk in and I look around, and I always like to look at the face of the employees. Nobody seems happy. Everybody person's lips are either pinned or they have a furrow in their brow. They just simply don't look happy. Okay, that's alert number one. I said, oh goodness, I'm not gonna get any good service today. That's for sure, right? But to my surprise, a nice young lady walked up to me and said, hello, how can I help you? And I love that. And I loved her energy. And she and I spoke. And I told her what I wanted. So she said, okay. She went to get the item for me. And on her way to the box, she tripped, right? But not really fell, but she tripped on something that was on the floor. The owner, who I found out later, this person came out, and I found out it was the owner later, came out and started speaking to that young lady in such a derogatory tone and using profanity. I couldn't believe, listen, I couldn't believe it. This could not be happening. It was so wrong. And this bubbly little girl, young, not little, of course she's an adult, she's working. This lovely girl who came to me with such energy, everything just drained. And she looked up at me, you know, like this look at me, and she was so embarrassed, and I felt so embarrassed for her. You know, I wanted to just go at that owner, but you know, I couldn't, you know. So she got up and she, you know, went to get what she had to get, and the owner turned to me and said, you see, it's so hard to get good help. I told her to move this box a long time, and she ended up tripping over the box. Miss, I'm sorry. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm sorry for you. Because if this is the way you're going to be treating your employees, your business is not going to last, you know. But me being who I am, I lingered around the store. And when she came back, I got her telephone number because I wanted to uplift her spirits, you know. I wanted to give her some encouragement because I don't like to see young people destroyed. It's wrong. It's really wrong, right? Now, I know it's obvious here who's wrong, but I'm still going to ask you the question. Who's wrong? Okay, so Mr. Producer is saying the employer is wrong, and I agree, the employer is wrong. You know, it's always good to do a root cause analysis if you can, like find out why a person is behaving the way they are, even though it's not necessary. I found out that when I spoke with the employee that he was under a lot of pressure. For whatever reason, he was under a lot of pressure. And she said under normal circumstances, he does not behave that way. But for some reason, lately he's been that way, and they assume or they perceived based on information, you know, that he was under a lot of stress and under a lot of pressure. But I told her, never make an excuse for bad behavior. That is not, that's not acceptable. And as leaders, business owners, we have to learn how to compartmentalize. What's happening here, we should not bring there. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so this young lady was crushed. She was embarrassed. And that is a young person. And you could imagine if she was traumatized or somebody was there to catch her or to speak some kind of positivity into her, what would happen? What would she turn out to be like? Maybe a difficult employee later on the road, maybe a disrespectful employee later on down the road. And we don't know, we would not have known at that point what her genesis were. And it starts right here. And as leaders, we have a responsibility to be respectful to every human being, regardless of their status in life. We have to be respectful, and we have to learn how to compartmentalize. And yes, business fell off tremendously because the staff was not happy. You have to remember also, as business owners and supervisors, managers, your employees are your number one resource. Number one resource. Your employees are your number one resource. They're the one that makes it happen for you. So you have to be respectful. Please be respectful. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. And I hope, it was enlightening. And I think about something in your life, probably that you may not be doing right, and you could do a little differently, especially if you have employees under you or you're a business owner. Be respectful, okay? Well, don't forget you can leave an email. My email is thestratelgyroom. Remember, I'm an island girl. DA strategyroom@gmail.com. Send me a note, jot me a note, okay? See you later. Bye-bye.